Sooner the better.
This is John Armwood on the Armwood Opinion Channel, and I'm here to talk to you about the continuing saga, the man that's in the office of President of the United States, and the wishy-washiness of the Democratic Party, who has been handed 10 counts of obstruction by the special prosecutor Mueller, and who are afraid to act on it because they're afraid there'll be repercussions in the election coming up in 2020. And so they would rather sit on it and drag it out and claim they have to do an investigation than go ahead and focus on impeachment. What they're afraid of is that the public will see it as being political and not see the facts as what they are. What they're doing is they're looking at the polls. They're saying that their party supports impeachment by nearly 70%, but the country as a whole is more closely divided, and they are afraid, even though the Constitution makes it very, very clear that when a president or high official commits the crimes that have been alleged and documented that Donald Trump has committed, that person is to be impeached. If you look at the discussions, which are part of the Federalist Papers and also James Madison's notes, it's very clear that this is exactly what they anticipated, and the remedy for it was impeachment. But Nancy Pelosi is afraid to do that. Chuck Schumer on September 2nd was asked by a constituent on a line when they were going to impeach Trump, and he said as soon as possible. It's on tape. You'll see it in a few moments. I'm going to put it into this video.
When y'all going to impeach Trump? Sooner the better. Sooner the better. That's not answering the question. You got to get a few Republicans.
We're trying. We're both.
Democrats are on your side.
So am I. We're trying.
After he said it, his office tried to minimize what he had said and tried to backtrack a little from it, but it's very clear what his meaning was and that he understood the question. This is the problem. Democrats are playing political games when people's lives are being injured. Unfortunately, there are a lot of Americans who don't care about what the Trump administration is doing to people. People are dying in ICE custody. Children are being separated from families because of the racism of this criminal in the White House who has engaged in acts of conspiracy with the Russians, even though Mueller has said that it's not beyond a reasonable doubt, that's the legal standard, that he was applying to the facts, even though he outlined in detail instances where they did. In fact, 5 hours after Trump, in front of the American people, asked the Russians to hack Hillary Clinton's emails, they did. Now, if that was not conspiracy, I don't know what is. That was conspiracy. But the real case against Trump is obstruction of justice, which is a very, very serious crime. You are trying to circumvent the criminal justice system by telling people to lie, by offering people something of value, a bribe in return for not testifying against you. These things are illegal. There are between 10 and 12 specific instances of this that were documented in the Mueller report. There doesn't need to be any more investigation. That's hogwash that Nancy Pelosi and the Democratic leadership are throwing at the American people. It's a smokescreen because they're scared. Most people know that if you want to win, you don't play defensive ball. You go out there and play to win to the last minute. When you play defensive ball, you slip up. You make mistakes, and the other team can get the momentum. What the Democrats are doing right now is getting ready to lose the presidential election and possibly the Congress in 2020 because of the fact that they're afraid of fighting to win. They're afraid of doing their job. Instead of worrying about people being angry about them for going after President Trump for political reasons, they need to go through the impeachment process and educate the American public as to what he did. There's no further investigation necessary. The impeachment process is the process of investigation and presenting evidence. That's what it is. That's what the House of Representatives does. Read the Constitution. The Senate is the trier of fact. They're the one that makes the determination if the evidence presented by the House in the bill of impeachment is enough to justify removal from office. Read it. You'll see it. I'm going to put portions of it up here so you can see it. Stop the video, pause it, go back and look at it. The Democrats are playing games. People know it. The base knows it. People are going to stay home in 2020 if the Democrats don't start doing their job. The Democrats are preparing to lose in 2020 if they don't do what they were elected to do. And they were elected to be watchguards of our democracy and stop the illegal activities of Donald Trump. They were not elected to wait until the people throw him out in 2020. Bottom line is, the people may not throw him out. And the Democrats are not giving them a reason. Fortunately, people like Elizabeth Warren, who was running for president, and Kamala Harris have called for impeachment. Bernie Sanders has cowered and taken the Nancy Pelosi line that it's not time yet. And unfortunately, when it comes to setting precedent that will our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren will have to live with, we need people in the decision-making process who understand the implications. The Republicans, they're on tape saying that in this kind of situation that the person should be impeached. Remember, they impeached Bill Clinton back in the 90s. A lot of those people are still in Congress. They impeached him for far less for lying about an affair. I'm not even saying what they did was wrong for impeaching him, because he lied under oath. That is serious. But what Donald Trump has done and is far more serious. It's already been documented by Mueller. Please write your congressman, call their office, demonstrate in their office, sit in their offices, and demand that they either impeach Donald Trump or get out the way, because we're going to primary them in 2020 and get them out. We need to do what Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez did. Let's challenge an incumbent Democratic leader and throw them out of office, because they don't deserve to be there anymore. And that's what I have to say. You guys have a good day. Hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more progressive content like this, without any spin, without any wishy-washy, political gobbledygook being thrown at you. I'm an activist. I believe in pushing forward the agenda and doing what's right. And the Democrats are not doing it right now. Obviously, the Republicans are not anyone that we can support. We just need to throw out these over-the-hill, tired, wishy-washy Democrats. I mean, I'm not talking about age over the hill. I'm talking about thinking over the hill. They're so used to being a majority party, most of their lives, whether they were a majority party, that they don't know how to fight as outsiders. They don't know how to fight as not being in control, which is the situation right now. So, subscribe to this channel, but more importantly, contact your representatives. We have to get a precedent set that you cannot engage in obstruction of justice and continue to be in office. Thank you.